I've been saying to a few how surreal it is because I've been watching online now for so long, and shout out to our technicians and musicians and everyone for that online worship experience. And then to be here in person, it's strange, but it's not lost on me that my first day back is also Thanksgiving. And I have so much gratitude for the way this community journeyed with me these past 7 months. And the list is long, and I just want to acknowledge the work that Kathy and Ann Galinsky did in putting a steady trickle of cards into my mailbox, so that every week, at least one, usually two, sometimes three showed up. So by the end, I had over 100 cards from this congregation. A beautiful, beautiful gesture. And then a shout out to Shauna and the MNP who kept the paperwork happening for me with a disability and kept us out of debt. So that's a huge weight off my shoulders. But the person I really want to single out here today is my colleague, Mary Toth. Where is she? Oh, hiding. She's enjoying her time out of the spotlight here. For just keeping the children gathered. You know, there's a verse in Psalm 1 that talks about a person who lives a life with a heart open to God as being like a tree that's planted along a river, and it has so much life to offer. And Mary, I think of you sometimes like that tree, because I see the children gathering under your shade and finding shelter in your branches. So thank you for offering that gift. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And yeah, on that note, I'd like to welcome any children that are here. Looks like there's not a big swarm, but we'll welcome up whoever's here, whether it's your first time, whether you're an old timer. I have brought my son Oliver. He's come with his fiddle because today is our harvest festival, and we're going to have a bit of a hoedown over in the Center for Peace. So if you're looking for your children this particular Sunday, come downstairs to the bottom floor in the Center for Peace, and that's where you'll find them after the service. Well, so wonderful to be back with you guys again, and some of you may not know me. I'm Tama, and I'm the minister with children, youth, and families here at Canadian Memorial, and I've been away for 7 months on a medical leave. And near the end, I had a fairly major surgery. And when I went back to see my surgeon a few weeks after the surgery, you know what she said? She said, I have had few patients, and this is someone who's world class in her field. She's one of the top surgeons in the world for what she does. She says, I've had few patients who have recovered as quickly as you have. And she said, it must be your physical constitution, by which I think she meant you must eat all your broccoli and go to the gym and that kind of thing. And I said, you know, I would love to take the credit, but that's not it. And she was kind of surprised, and she said, well, what then? And I said, well, on the day I left, the children that I work with made me a prayer bracelet. And from what I understand, It wasn't under adult supervision. They just got together in their own little huddle after the service and found a string and some beads, and they each put their own bead onto this prayer bracelet, and they gave it to me. Some of you guys will recognize that. And I didn't wear it the whole time. I was in bed a lot. But I did have it by my bedside, and it was always there where I held things that I knew were filled with prayer. And I said, but it wasn't just that. I said, in the mail, I got another prayer, and it came from Inara. And it was written on a diamond-shaped piece of paper, and she attached a very, 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 very long string to it so that it could fly up to heaven like a kite and get the attention of God. And then also in the mail came a detailed map from Nicholas, and he called it Tama Land. And that made me smile. Yeah. And Simon and Reed, who aren't here today, together with their grandparents, Heather and Arnaud, they lit a candle on Saturday nights at their dinner table. And I was told by their grandmother that they chose green because the boys chose green because my eyes are hazel. And they said a prayer for me. And then there was Charlie from Story Guild who brought me home-baked cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And then there was the cards that came from Heather Reed. And the reason I single her cards out is because I learned to open them over a table because they were just filled with these kind of glittery sequins, sparkly shaped hearts and flowers and things. And then when I opened it, I had to catch that goodness that would spill out. And then there was all the times that I heard my name mentioned during the service when there was an opportunity to pray on the live stream. And so then I said to Dr. Beauville, do you want me to go on? Because by now I saw I had used up my whole visit with her. And you know what? She looked at me and she said, I wish all of my patients had the community of support that you've just described for me. And I said, I wish so too. And that's why I do the job that I do. And that's why we light this candle every week. Because it reminds us that all that goodness that I just described actually flows from the love of God, which is abundant, generous, and always unending. So Nicholas, would you like to light our candle today? That would be good. Yeah.
Giving a sermon after that. Thanks. I've been thinking this.
Thank you. The love of God is with us.